Hey folks, we're here today. We're going to talk some more about the Vortex Defender XL. I'm here in wonderful sunny Arizona. It's a little bit hot now. It's not exactly where I want to be, but we're going to make it work. I put up a bunch of stuff, an unboxing video here on YouTube, and then a couple of Instagram posts regarding the new optic. And I want to go through and address your questions, your comments, that kind of thing. Some more information's come out, and I've been shooting this dot quite a lot more. Had some other people shoot it, so I can give you some impressions of mine. And so I'll give you the impressions, and then we'll go over the questions and comments that you guys put up. So first, I've spent some more time shooting this, and like being in Arizona, like super bright and sunny this morning. I was shooting right into the sun. What do I think about this dot? Now, first, is it lower glare, less glare, better glare situation than the 507 comp? No. With the examples that I have a few 507 comps with me, just the one Defender XL. I would not say that the Vortex sight is better in terms of glare. I would not say that. Now, in terms of brightness, it is noticeably better. It will get very bright, like as bright as you wanted to get it. It's almost like I'm just overpowering the sun with the brightness of the red dot. There we go. Turn it down a little bit. So that's how it's been working for me so far. Now if the coating on the glass is a little bit different or whatever, it can change the way that you perceive it. So I don't want to just say like, oh, these are no glare, like they're so much better than the other dots. Like I haven't really experienced that. I wouldn't say that the glare situation is better than the Holosun. I just wouldn't. And that's one thing that people had a lot of questions about. All right, now let's go through Instagram. Take some of the comments if they make sense. One guy says no issues with seeing a second dot in the sun. No, I did not experience a second dot with this. I tried to get it to do it. I couldn't get it to do a second dot. I will say that at certain angles, like if I'm, pointed up into the sun a little bit, it glares a little, but it doesn't look like a second dot. What about smoke in front of the muzzle? Someone asks. Haven't experienced that being a problem. I just haven't. Yeah, it seems Vortex finally stepped their game up. I would say so, with it pretty like passing sort of opinions of the Vortex stuff. Like what I know about the Vortex sights is like the red dots that I've seen on handguns. I've seen people grenade those things like crazy. So one guy killed 3 of the Venoms, the old Venom sights, killed 3 of them in one range session. All right, this dot that I'm using does not seem like that old stuff to me. It just doesn't. What about when there's sun behind? I couldn't get there to be a problem. One guy says, ordered 2, been really happy with the Defender ST. The ST is like the smaller one. Yeah, I could see that. RMR cuts the question. Yeah. Okay. No ghost dot from the sun, one guy says. Need to know how it is at different times of the day. Yeah, I suppose. Okay, now let's talk about the MOA on the dot. One dude says, I don't know why they went with the 5 MOA dot. Yeah, so I feel about like 5 or 8 MOA dots the same way I feel about green dots, where it's like I'll put it up and I look at it and it's like, yeah, I don't really like that it's that big, so I'll use a different one. And that's what I've done. I've used the smaller, like whatever the SROs are, 1 MOA, 2 MOA. The small ones, man. I've been using the small ones. The 507 comp, I use the small one. I've just had a preference for small dots. This is my first time really using a 5 MOA product really hard. Do I like that it's 5 MOA? No, not really. Does it get in the way or does it suck? No, it hasn't. That hasn't really happened. I don't mind that it's 5 MOA yet. Now, they don't, this is the smallest one they make. So that to me seems a little bit weird where the small one is 5 MOA. I think they're going to maybe come out with a 3 MOA they were talking about. I don't know. But 5 seems like a lot to me. It's just I aesthetically don't like it. Um, One question, not really into the textured front side of the optic, as I'm sure it doesn't really play a part in durability. Sweet window size though. So what he's talking about, there's some, let me see if I can get a good look at it. Yeah, you can see it a little bit. There's this bump, this texturing on the front of the optic here. Maybe it's almost like they designed it to grab and rack off the front of the optic. I don't think it's a big deal one way or the other, but apparently not everybody aesthetically likes it. Good. Let's pull up the next thing. Now, the next thing is about price. So the information I put out on YouTube, what I heard these sites are going to be $400 street price is what I heard. Then the MSRP came out and it's $600 for this site, which I think is it's crazy. It's too much money. $600 for this site is just too much money. Then we saw the street price. So I found on Optics Planet, they're listing these $399. I think that is the map. The minimum advertised price for these will be like $400. That to me feels a lot better. It's a lot more fair of a price. It's a lot more interesting of a price at 400. I think it'd be more interesting at 350, but you know, whatever. I put up a question, what do people think is the appropriate price? And here's a good comment. At 600 MSRP, I'd rather buy a 507 comp. Yeah, I agree. The XL does look pretty awesome though. Yeah, that would be pretty much everyone's opinion. Like I cannot imagine why you would buy the XL over the 507 comp if it actually was $600. But it's not. It's $400 is the street price for these things. And looking at it, do I like that? Is that fair? Like that's a fair price, I guess. That's a fair price. But I think it's kind of interesting looking at this side by side with the 507 comp. I don't really see a difference in the window. It's maybe the 507 comp is a little bit wider. It's a little bit wider, and I think maybe the Vortex is a little bit taller, but I don't know. It's close enough that it doesn't seem like it matters a whole lot. All right. There's one other thing I've seen in the comments a lot, and let me read it. That's a big boy. Refresh rate, okay. So a lot of guys in the comments have pointed out that a lot of the Vortex products, the refresh rate is low. And as you're panning the site around, it's like it looks like the site is flickering. Now, I have not experienced that with this site. Here's what he says. Defender CCW refresh rate is stinky. I can see about 6 dots after every shot. Must be a feature. Then Vortex Edge commented, issue's been resolved, contact your care team, and they'll take care of you. And I think that's right. I think they have fixed the refresh rate thing that was an issue on the older Vortex sites. I'm pretty sure. Because some people have made comments like about at low brightness, they experience it as well. And I can't get this one to do it. I think they fixed it, not 100% sure. Okay, so the Vortex Defender XL, it is a red dot that you can buy if you want. It costs similar price to other red dots that also do red dot things. So I suppose now you have one more option. I'll keep shooting it. I'll let you know if my opinions change or anything like that. Yeah, I suspect my opinion will not change, but we will see.